Hi everyone, this is Michael, though you may know me from Reddit or other places as Scourgicus, and this is an Elder Scrolls Primer. Today we're going to continue our discussion of the races and cultures of Tamriel by looking at the human races. Now there are 4 playable human races in the games, but at one time there was a 5th. This is the Needs or the Nedic peoples, who are the original humans of Tamriel. Ultimately they were absorbed into the other human races, or they might have been wiped out. It's an interesting fact of Tamrielic history that humans were once enslaved by the elves. The first playable race is the Bretons, and these are the folk of High Rock, which is in the northwest of Tamriel. In their case, the Needs interbred with the elves to the point that they became a singular race or culture. As such, the Bretons tend to be very skilled in magic. Second is the Imperials. These are the folk of Cyrodiil, or the Imperial province, which is right in the center of Tamriel. In their case, they rebelled against the elves, and through negotiation and martial prowess were able to found the First Empire. And Cyrodiil has been the seat of an empire through most of Tamriel's history. These folk tend to be cosmopolitan and skilled in negotiation and as light infantry. Third is the Nords, and these are the folk of Skyrim, which is in the north of Tamriel. And if you're thinking Vikings, you've got a place to start with the Nords. Now, they're not originally from Tamriel. They, in fact, migrated from a continent far to the north called Admora. And they're especially interesting because some of the Nords can channel their vital essence into a shout or thume, which is very important in the game's Skyrim. Finally is the Redguards, or as they call themselves, the Ragada, and these are the folk of Hammerfell, a desert region in the west of Tamriel. They also are not originally from Tamriel, but migrated from a continent far to the west called Yokuda. The Redguards are especially interesting because they have a unique creation myth, and their myth tends to focus on this concept of reincarnation, not so much for individuals, but for the world. Redguards are pretty cool. They're very popular among the fans. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that there were other human races on Nirn, or were. One of the other races was the men of Akavir, which is a continent far to the east. We don't talk about them a lot because we believe they've been wiped out. They were, as we understand it, eaten by a race of vampiric snakes. Akavir's a pretty cool place, right? Alright, well that is all I have for you today. This has been our discussion of the human races of Tamriel. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And this has been an Elder Scrolls Primer. Thank you so much for watching.